So you're like firm on kicking out the other girl?
At this point, yeah. I mean, she's proven time and time again that she hasn't been a friend to me. So that's, again, that's where I'm going to regret my pictures, is when, why would I have her there if you only caused hell in my life ever since I got engaged? The day I got engaged, she was hysterically crying.
Wait. Oh.
Yeah, like...
I know it sounds crazy, but I feel like we have to worry about, as brides, I mean, getting married like this year and next year, have to worry about everyone's feelings. But
I'm tired of worrying about everyone else.
But you would think
that I would never use that. I was like, I was mortified, and she just wrecked me. She wrecked me emotionally. And I remember I didn't come out of the office for like almost 2 hours. I couldn't. I was just sobbing.
Wait, do you like genuinely care about the bridesmaids or the aesthetic type of thing? You know what I mean?
The aesthetic.
For the number, it's the aesthetic. Yeah, it's numbered.
Yeah, at this point, yeah, no.
She's
like if my best friends like asked me to be a replacement, I'd be like, okay.
But I'm not going to them saying, hey, someone dropped out. You want to be part of my bridal party now? I'm saying, like...
Well, at this point, you should, because we want the drama. I said to the girl, I'm like, listen, we found the dress.
Yeah.
I was like, it's up to you. This was your first... I explained to her what happened. The hanger broke. We were kind of all, like, laughing a little bit about it, because it was, like, the craziest thing. And I was like, pick which one you want.
I would feel awkward having been down a bridesmaid when I could have had her, but then I still consciously chose to not have her in my party. Yeah. I feel like that's more hurtful.
Get it done.
Yeah.
Get it done. You will not walk down your aisle, and I will not leave you with not a dress.
Yeah.
But then what about when I need someone? It's, they're just going to get divorced in a few years anyway. Like, I'm not going to...
This will air right before our event, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the day before.
Yeah, so if you're,
you're
watching and you're looking for an amazing dress at a really good deal, then you need to come to our sale, which should be
our
very
sample
soon,
sale.
Right after this. Check our Instagram.
Yeah.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of
Brides, Booze, and Boobs. We're working on it.
We're working on it. It'll get there eventually. Yeah, how is everyone this week?
I mean...
Fabulous. Carry on.
Okay, wait. I actually have an update.
Oh, goody.
So, you guys remember that time I was talking about my bridesmaids issue?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay, so the person of question left all the friend groups. Like, randomly, just, like, disappeared from Snapchat group, like, the texting group, like, all texting chains. Like, she just removed herself.
She removed herself from your wedding?
Yeah.
That's my question. Because she hasn't reached out to me at all.
But was it like, did she leave the chats during like a moment of silence? Like, was it silent, or were you in the middle of like having a conversation?
It was
about
literally nothing happened.
Just like
she
overnight, you just see.
Literally woke up the other day and goes, I guess I'm not going to be part of this friend group anymore, and just removed herself from everything. So now I'm in the position of like
having a mental. Let's give her the benefit of the doubt. Maybe she's having a mental situation. Yeah. And she's like, everything that she's reading is pissing her off. That's happened to me.
No, but this is something she's been talking about for months now.
Saying that she's going to leave it?
Yeah. So now she finally has just, I guess, reached a point, which I don't even know what would have caused that to happen, because she's, like, nothing happened.
If you don't know,
everyone's just been living their life.
To, like, podcast 10 or 11.
Yeah.
11.
11?
Yes. 11, right?
No,
yeah, 11.
12. Well, the one before.
No. Oh, okay, it's 12.
Yeah, episode 12, that's where all this was discussed originally. So yeah, that's where I'm at with, I don't know what my move should be, because in one breath, I'm like, I shouldn't have to be hunting you down if you're like, why didn't you like reach out to me?
Right.
But then also at the same time, I'm like I just want to know. I want to know, and I want to be able to say, like, at this point, though, like, she can't be part of my wedding.
Honestly, it sounds like she needs a friend, though. I think you need to reach out and say, like, hey, I noticed you left and everything. Like, I hope everything's okay.
Why can't you reach out and just be like, she's not in the friend group anymore?
She was, like, a little important to you at one point.
She was, but she's only made my life a living hell since I got engaged.
Yes, maybe when you call her on that, she will. You can also say that.
Because I'm also getting tired of, like, I've had this conversation in the past, and there's always an excuse for everything. And I'm kind of at the point where I'm just like,
what's her typical reasoning?
This is the last thing I want to worry about.
Like, is it her stuff, your stuff? Like, what is she blaming
It's always blamed on everyone else.
Doing
so
what?
I'm just like not involving her.
Oh, Lord. So then so the solution is to completely remove herself.
Yeah. So I don't know what to do. Of course.
Well, you have to, right? just text her, right? Like, even to help her.
But like, is that even a text conversation? No, or do I have to have a sit down in person? But also, why? But also, why not reach out to me first? Like, if you actually cared, you would be like, hey, I just want to let you know, I need to remove myself from the group.
It's giving
you
that
could do it through text, but you have to do it in a way where she doesn't feel like she's being attacked.
Yeah,
but I think by her leaving was like, that's like a big.
You're like, oh my gosh, why did you leave?
She wants to be seen,
and her kids are my ring bearers.
Wait, why can't you just say, wait, hold on. Why can't you just text her and be like, yo, or hey, what's going on? Why did you? What's up, homie? Why did you leave all the groups? Why can't you just flat out ask her?
Because she and I have had this conversation before that this is something that she wanted to do, but like, why? Like, I feel at this point she's excluding me from everything too. Like, she's treating me like the people that are bothering her.
So maybe you could preface the conversation like that. Like, hey, I kind of feel like you're lumping me in with whoever, but you're also in my wedding, and so are your kids. Yeah. I know you don't even want to have the conversation.
Now I have the excuse of like, you know, obviously this isn't going to work, you being in my bridal party, just because, like, if you can't even get along with everyone else, or even, like, text the group and be like, guys, I just, like, feel like I need a break from the group chat, it's just, like, leave and never say anything to anybody.
What if you said, what if you said to her, is everything okay?
Yeah.
You just said that before. Like,
I just think it sounds like a cry for help. Okay? Like, I'm sorry, this is going to sound insensitive. Okay. Please don't take this the wrong way. I don't know her, obviously, but I just feel like your wedding isn't her priority if she's, like, leaving group chats and, like, completely isolating.
I don't expect it to be her priority, but with her, it's always a cry for help, and it's almost like the boy who cried wolf. Like, it's literally like, so every time this happens, like, it'll always be something where it's like a dig is mentioned, and I go running to her and I'm like, what's going on? Like, is everything okay? And so does my maid of honor. She does the same thing with her. It's always the same thing. So at what point am I like, I'm not going to fall for the same shit?
I think you should really phrase it like, I noticed that you left and I really hope everything's okay.
Right, I noticed that you left. Well, no, I would say yes and no. Like, I would say, I saw that you left. I hope, is everything okay? I know we were talking about you leaving, but I saw that you left.
Yeah.
Boom, leave it at that.
And
then
even
leave it in her court.
with, like, the wedding specifically, just say, like, I know it's probably, like, a lot for you, so, like, I don't think that you should, like, you should say, like, I think you should take the time to focus on yourself.
I know, I feel like that's a good way to go about it. I'm just like,
I won't feel any way.
But you're kind of leaving it in her, by leaving it and just saying, like,
I don't want her in it now.
Yeah, but it sounds like she doesn't want to.
Yeah.
So you're
giving her
because I've given her the option before, and she's always said, "No, I want to do it for you." Yeah. But then she never proves that she's like actually my friend.
Can you tell her?
Like, I always do everything to reach out to her, but if anything is like ever going on with me, it's radio silence. So that's why, like, I'm almost at the point. Why do I don't even owe her anything. Like, I don't owe her an explanation or like to be running to her every time something happens.
Yeah.
Like, I'm almost like very tired of it.
It's actually really crazy. Like, if you're like a bride, you know what I mean, and like to just like go like she's in your wedding.
Can your maid of honor handle it?
I know. Oh, delegate.
I mean, I could actually ask her if she wants to reach out, but she's feeling the same way.
Yeah.
She's treated me and her are the closest with her, and she's treated us the exact same way, where like we give, and there's nothing in return ever.
She's used to that probably. Like, you're running after her.
And then every time something happens where she's like dramatic like this, it's almost like she knows someone's coming. And that's why I'm like, do I have to do that? Like, I'm busy. Like, I have so much shit going on. Yeah. This happened yesterday, and we were here until like 8. Like, I had no time to be like, let me call her. You know? But also, like, I've done so much.
I don't think that you should have to bend over backwards or like make special, like, to call her and stuff like that. But I don't know. Like, I feel like it just sounds like she doesn't want to be in it anyway. At this point, I would just be like, hey, listen.
Yeah, and you can say, I would love to have you as a guest.
I feel like you don't want to be in the wedding. And I don't, I just feel like maybe it's just, that's it. But then you
I don't want to give the option. No, I don't. I know. That's why I feel so uncomfortable. Because now I'm just like, all right, this can't happen. And I don't even want to give the option. No. I can't imagine how that would go.
I'm a very nice person.
I don't know.
No, she's a very nice person. She gets emo.
I feel. Are you getting emo right now?
No, fuck you.
I just feel like you'd be like, we're done here. Fuck off.
Yes.
No. Services. I'm so not like that.
Thank you for your services.
Really?
I'm offended. Highly offended. My feelings. feeling is very hurt.
Yeah. Oh my God.
No, I'm not like that with stuff like that. Like,
really?
I'm not, I'm not, I mean, you saw me get emotional with that bride that day.
I know. Well, I know you have a soft side.
I do have a very soft side, and I do get very emotional.
But if someone keeps doing this, like if it's the same pattern over and over and over again,
but
you don't get to a point where it's just like, I'm done.
Well, yeah, but that's not, like, let's say hypothetically I was like, oh, I'm going to go talk to this girl. That would never fucking happen. But I'm saying, like, let's say it did. I wouldn't be like, yo, what are you doing? Yeah. Like, stop doing. I'm not like that person. Like, I just, you know, like, some people you just have to be,
more
you have to adapt to other people's, you know.
Maybe it's the Aries in me, but I'm
just
like, I'm not in charge of anyone's emotions.
Yeah, but you know when someone's like needs.
Yeah, when you need someone needs that.
But here's the thing.
And I'm very.
How many times does someone need that coddling?
That's true too.
It's been years of me running to her and being like, "Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay?"
Yeah, but some people, that's what they need. That's the way it is. Like, you don't have to do it, but that's her personality. So it's either you need to be. Understand that that's how she is and keep friends with her, or just break the tie at that point.
But she could be like that as long as she's like
friends like that.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking about. Yeah.
Everything was always like
a production.
Every time you were just like,
well, she was my friend.
But doesn't it make up for it when she's a good friend though? Like for all.
She was a very good friend.
That's what I'm saying. For any bad, like we can complain about our friends.
But for me, I feel like it's very one-sided.
Exactly.
Like, I've bent over backwards so many times. She's never ever done anything for me. I can't remember one time. I can't remember one time I was like, I'm in need. Exactly. That's why I'm like, do I really have to reach out to you right now again?
Yeah.
After years of doing this nonsense, when I was always there for you.
It should be just about you and like celebrating you now. Like, it's crazy.
But it's not even about the wedding. It's like you make a whole like dramatic exit. What did anyone do to you in this group? Like, I don't get it at this point.
Like I said, sometimes I feel like it's a cry for help. Like, people are looking for someone to reach out and say like, hey, are you okay?
But she should know at this point, like, after everything I and the maid of honor have done for her, that you can just say, hey, can we like talk? Like, I'm really going through something right now. Isn't that what you would do though?
Of course, yeah.
She has in the past.
You're talking about people like, but if that's not in them, it's more the production. It's more about the production. And then when some people are like, if other people reach out, they're like, no, I'm fine. Well, clearly not fine because you're putting all your shit out there.
It's almost like she wants to see who actually cares.
But I've done it a million times of like, I'm the one who cares. But then what about when I need someone? It's they're just gonna get divorced in a few years anyway. Like, I'm not gonna exactly.
But that's the whole thing. You're basically saying it. You might just.
I need to.
Just do
that's
it
where I'm at.
Just do it.
But I'm like, do I need to have a conversation? Like, I want to be the bigger person, and I want to still invite her to the wedding because we did have but like, I don't know. There's too many hateful comments that have like come back to me that I know have like come out of her mouth that I'm just like, are you even supportive at all? Like, I don't feel like she's a friend
then
at
all.
all.
You need her by your side.
I really feel like
you should just take the burden off her. Be like, listen, this is clearly too much.
It's
everyone's like triggering you, whatever. Be like, just come
and
there.
say it in that type of tone too. Because if you come at her in like I feel like this is too much for you, she's gonna take it like that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Just say it.
That you'd love to have her as a guest, but
my inner what?
Your inner nice person.
Yeah,
She's like,
is that fair?
The roles have definitely changed at this table because I'm just like this poor girl.
Yeah, I feel that too.
I can't believe you guys are like, oh my god, poor.
No, I feel bad for you.
I feel bad for. It's not.
I don't think it's about the wedding at this point. It's to me about the friendship and like the lack of reciprocation of the friendship. Yeah, that is bothering me more than anything.
I don't think that she's being a good friend to you. I don't think that at all. But something clearly is going on with this girl, and she needs that type of attention, and that's okay. But it's also okay for you to say, no, I don't need to be part of that. That's okay. Yeah. Like, you're your own person too. Like, it's your freaking wedding.
Yeah.
She needs to just give her a little pat.
You have to let us know what you're gonna do.
And like, just know your roles, like, in your friendships. You know what I mean? Like, I have friends that like I know I can count on for anything, and then I have friends that are like, oh, they're fun to go out with, type of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, but the thing is, we only hang out if I make the initiative.
Yep.
So it's not.
So it's very one-sided. So that, like I said, it's time to be on your way, and that's it.
And like set boundaries for yourself too.
Like, it even came to the point where I was trying to help her get a job. Thank God that didn't happen.
Weird. That was a whole weird situation
it was,
too.
Because I bent over backwards, and she's just like, kind of fuck you.
It was the whole thing went down a little weird, and I didn't even care. And I was like, because you said I knew you did, because I was like, you could see that you were. She was kind of like, this is bizarre. I went out on a because I kept saying like, how is it? How is she? Like, you know, like is she,
I didn't have to do any of that.
No, you didn't have to do any of that. 100%. And well, she had asked you a couple times and had like reached out, being like, hey, oh, are you guys still like, what's going on with that?
So I bent over backward. That's one example of many examples that I can come up with of where it's been just like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah. To be fair, I definitely don't think that any of that was you.
I don't think so either.
No, I'm saying in general, like from that situation, I don't think that any of it has really anything to do with you.
No, but it's just frustrating, like when you know you do something, like you stick your neck out for someone and they. But has she ever done anything like that for me? Never. I can't imagine one time or think about one time where I was like, I really need someone. Let me call her.
That's a big realization, though. Then what is she? Right? Why would she?
But then during COVID, like we spent a lot of time together. So like we grew close during that. But then once that was over, it was like, once she didn't need me anymore.
Of course.
That was it. Isn't that like...
That's so
some people are like that.
They're like connected at one point, and then it's like, ugh.
Yeah.
Some people are really bad at cultivating and keeping relationships.
There's friends, there's seasons for friends.
Yeah.
Like some friends you have for a lifetime. Some friends
Isn't that
you
a Justin
have for
Bieber
a season.
song?
No.
There is a song that Justin Bieber
is it a phrase?
There's a phrase from like
no, I feel like it's an old I'm gonna Google it.
I know the phrase.
Do you know the Justin Bieber song?
No.
We don't know that one. We know
it's like something about your friends like being like
everyone's there for sometimes they're there for only a season.
Oh Jesus, it took me to Friends, like the show, seasons for Friends. Oh Jesus.
All right, it doesn't matter.
It does matter.
Seasons and reasons.
Okay. Keep looking at
now I have memes, forget it. That was fast.
So yeah, that's where I'm at. I'll keep you guys updated with all of that.
Yeah.
But like the drama is ridiculous. And I just like I'm the type of person once drama hits, I completely retreat. I don't do like in a friend group, like if drama's happening, I'm like, see ya. That's why I'm like big time, like, all right, we're done. I'm not talking anymore.
I'm such a communicator. I'm like the first line of drama. I'm like, all right, how do we resolve this?
I don't really know what I am.
You bring the drama?
No.
I
the drama.
I feel like you take your time to really like
process
the toddler moment where like you take your time to process, like be upset, and then like you come back.
Yeah,
that's probably the best
but I'm
way to
saying
be.
I don't think the drama isn't me. It's the people around me that bring it in, and then I'm like, oh god, and that's why I get upset because I don't want that shit in my core.
That's why I feel like
I want that shit in my core.
I think boundaries are super important for like friends, bridesmaids, family. Yeah. And just say like, you know, I don't want any part of this, take it somewhere else type of thing. Mm-hmm. And like sometimes it sucks like putting your foot down and everything, but like you really have to.
Sure.
Yeah, it's tough. How is your is there any drama in your party again, or like any updates on that?
There was excuse me, there was drama. What are they laughing at?
I don't know.
Because it was the way you were like, I don't know what
I thought my lisp was coming out.
Really?
I have a lisp on my S's.
Oh, I didn't even notice. It was just the way she was like,
I know. And then you started laughing. So I started laughing.
Nothing specific. Just like, you know, one of my best friends isn't in it, and she's just going to be a guest, and that was her proposal. So it's
that's
the same
probably
thing.
The same thing then. What's going to happen with me? Hopefully, I don't know. But I just like. It's just like I don't want to deal with it. This is me when drama happens. I'm just like I don't want to deal with it.
No, I understand why like older brides always see like their wedding parties like really small, and now I get it. I'm like, yes.
So now
she was like, older brides keep their weddings small.
I'm an older bride.
No, you're not.
I haven't. Listen.
So wait. So this is the other part of my drama is now. So I made Justin take on an extra groomsman because I had that extra person.
Right, so you can't now, but you
just
have
to
have him double up with like your
have him double up with someone.
I'm thinking about adding someone new, but I have to confirm that this other girl is out.
You have to add
My cousin. I didn't add her, and I was in her wedding. I felt guilty, so it's like easy.
Do you think she's gonna feel like she's an afterthought?
Yeah.
Don't even do it.
Right? It's even worse.
Disaster.
I don't want 6 and 7.
You don't want anyone Is there like a maid of honor can't walk down with 2 people?
Yeah,
I walk down with 2 people.
It's gonna look.
Right? This is stressful for me.
Oh, you're stressing me out.
Wait, do you like genuinely care about the bridesmaids or the aesthetic type of thing? You know what I mean?
The aesthetic.
For the number, it's the aesthetic. Yeah, if it's number.
Yeah, at this point, no.
She's like, I have a cousin.
Her brother.
Why don't you make him who's your ring people? Make him do it.
No, okay, so
that'd be hysterical.
My cousin's brother, my other cousin, is going to be our flower man. So I feel like now that I don't have the even number.
Yeah, but make the flower man doesn't walk down with someone.
No, but I'm saying like now that my cousin was left out, like I can always just add her, like because then both of my cousins will be in it. So since one is going to be a flower man anyway, I'm like, should I just have my other cousin just be the extra bridesmaid?
Wait a minute. How many people do you have?
Writing this down.
Yeah.
So now I have Justin has 7.
7 with the flower man.
No.
So it's 8.
7 on Justin's side, 6 on my side now. Then a flower man and a flower girl.
Okay, so it's really 8 men on his side. That's what I'm asking. That was not hard. Yeah, so there's
I don't care about like when we're standing there. I care about pictures.
Yeah, but like, will the pictures matter if there are people
they matter to me?
That you're not going to be.
But I love my cousin. There's no doubt that I love my cousin. Why don't you
ask her first?
Because how could I leave out one of my core friend group now that she's not part of the core friend group?
First of all, I don't even know what this girl's gonna. Well, I mean, unless you're physically kicking her out.
I have to. How is this ever going to work?
Can you record it for us? We just want to see what happens.
Should I do it here? Should I have her meet me?
Meet me at the store.
And you just.
I just want to know. We can like use this as like a lesson, like a life lesson.
A life lesson.
Yeah.
So like that was my dilemma from the beginning, because if I could have it my way, I would have had my cousin in it with all my other girls, but Justin was like, there's no way I can do 8, so I was like, fine, I'll just leave my cousin out because she's so far away anyway.
I guess you could say to your cousin, we weren't doing family, I was only doing my corporate. But how are you going to be like, well, now one of my friends dropped out, so.
Because I don't have to say that. I could just be like, do you want to be a bridesmaid? She doesn't live here. She doesn't know the drama.
Does she know you already picked bridesmaid? You had a bridesmaid luncheon.
So?
I don't know. To me, it just feels
She picked me last. Because she didn't have anyone, so it's mutual.
Well, you were only brides? No, you weren't her.
I was one of 4.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that dramatic.
I mean, it sounds like it.
Adding someone? Have you ever, like...
No.
You would never add someone after the fact? Because now the numbers are all weird.
No, that's not... But that's not really what you're doing.
You're replacing
someone.
Yeah.
That's not the same as adding somebody on.
Well, like adding would have been
like someone group. After someone left.
Don't mistake. Like we're trying to just help you figure this out, but in a diplomatic way where it doesn't seem like you're like, well, the pictures need to be right. Because that's not.
But for me, that's the most important thing.
But it should be who's in the picture, not the number.
But it's my cousin. Like, I still love her.
But she was an afterthought.
That's what we're saying. But we're saying don't make it, like, don't make her think it like that.
Okay, so then Justin's extra groomsman is also an afterthought, if we're going that route. But then, at that point, Justin's last groomsman was also an afterthought because he was asked last minute. He wasn't part of it for, like, the whole beginning process. But he added him just because I wanted to have equal numbers.
But do guys care? I feel like girls are.
But I don't care.
You can say it nicely.
So why does it matter if they don't care and I don't care?
And I was like, oh, it feels so much better with you. Whatever the reason.
I don't even think that you shouldn't. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying is that you're not adding her. She's replacing her.
Mm-hmm.
So the other girl, but it's not a personal thing. It's like it's not a good or a bad thing. Yeah, I guess.
I don't know. I don't think it's personal. I mean, I just personally wouldn't take it personal.
Right.
If it were me. Yeah. Like, because it was me with my cousin, and I was just like, oh, okay, yeah, of course I'll be part of your wedding.
No, I explained to my friends that, like my first image of what my bridal party was going to be was just, like, kind of obligation, who, like, had me or who was, like, really close with me, like, my family. But, like, then I, like, drew some people out and I added more, and I just told them it's not necessarily a replacing thing. It's just, like, you're a better fit now, and I should have, like, done this in the beginning. If
I like that.
You know, instead of it just it feels
because
better with
also,
you. Yeah.
Things do change. Yeah. Like, we're planning for over a year and a half.
Yes.
Things do change, and I feel like that's bound to happen. I'm sure a lot of people listening have had relationships with friends change.
Yes.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
This is totally hypothetical.
Okay.
What if, I love this question, by the way, because it's like it's going to give you like I want to like honestly know. What if your cousin turns around and was like, I feel like you're replacing your friend with me? She's not going to say that. What if, because someone else might have this situation.
Yeah. Well, because again, I would say, like, for me, it's not an obligation. Like, I'm asking you because I want you. Like, I love you and I want you to be there. But just because I didn't ask you in the beginning doesn't mean that I don't love you and I wouldn't want you there. But now, it, like Elle is saying, it's a better fit. So if it still, and I've always said this, if people don't want to be in my bridal party, don't.
Yeah.
I don't want you there. Right. If I'm asking you, I genuinely want you there. If you don't want to be there, don't be there. Like, I'm not going to be hurt by it.
But that's not, it is, but it's kind of like not, I don't know how to say it differently. Like, I don't know how to say it differently.
Say it.
Like, what? I'm trying to figure out,
the
like,
replacement feeling? You're saying, like, she's gonna have to get
like, what I'm saying is playing the devil's advocate. Sure. Other girls that have been in this situation, if she says to you, well, you didn't love me enough to have me in the saying.
But then again,
that's
what
I'm
saying.
Have
to be like.
Well, no, of course. But I'm saying the feeling is there. The feeling is there. She's not going to say that to you. She could.
But, you know.
But how, if I don't know, then how am I supposed to be able to answer
Was
that?
this the friend that was out of the group or was part of? You know what I'm saying? Like you said, maybe you had one that wasn't.
So the original bridesmaids were all one core group.
Yes.
Which is why I couldn't have my cousin because
that's what I'm saying.
That's what I would say.
That's the reason.
We were only doing friends, and now I've decided to have family. That's the way I would present it.
Well, especially though, because now Tyler is also in my. He's the flower man, so now I would feel awkward having been down a bridesmaid when I could have had her, but then I still consciously chose to not have her in my party.
Yeah.
I feel like that's more hurtful than just adding someone after the fact saying like,
well, that's why
you're a better
fit. Two sides. Yeah. To me, I feel like there's two sides. If someone came to me and said, like, my friend Michelle was only doing, sorry, no names. She was only doing her family in the beginning, and then she came to two of us after. It wasn't that far after, but she was like, I'm gonna add my two friends, and then it was like, okay, not a problem. If she would have came to me and said, oh, well, like, if I would have found out that one of her cousins dropped out, and then she would have been like, oh, can you replace her? I probably would have been more upset. To be like, well, why didn't you ask me in the first place? Like, I get it why, but, like, I would have been more upset by the proposal.
Doesn't even know. Like, she lives all the way in Vegas. Like, she doesn't know about my life, my friends, like anything happening.
Yeah, right?
She doesn't even know where I fucking work. Right. So I'm like, she's
you must
family.
Be really close with this girl.
Yeah, she was really she's like,
you should definitely have her in your wedding. Do you want to have Archie? Because he's probably a better fit at this point.
Luke's gonna tux. I'll tell you that.
No, he's a boy. He can't be in it.
She needs numbers. She needs women. Damn it. I think that's a better way to say it, like Currin's saying, just like.
But like,
yes, I was
to answer your question, like to say like, oh, I was an afterthought. I was there. I've been there. I was that afterthought, but I never thought. I mean, me personally, I never thought anything of it. I'm just like, okay, like this is what's best for her wedding.
You may not have, but some people will. That's the whole point of this conversation. That's
feelings.
Yeah, but
like be mindful of their feelings because like it's your cousin.
So then, what
too.
would you suggest? I not include anybody else?
No, that's not even the point of the conversation. What I'm saying is, there's people that watch the podcast that are going to be like, okay, I would be upset. So I'm trying to say from their perspective, what you're doing is not wrong or right on either way. I'm saying there's girls out there that are going to feel different.
Totally. Yeah.
That are going to be like, well, shit, why didn't you ask me before? That's what I'm saying. Like, show them, tell them how you're gonna say it.
So much bride stress.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Because
you fucking get what I'm saying?
She gets it. She's like, I don't care, and if they care, then they're not in it. If they care, and that's how it goes.
Some people are more sensitive than others.
But I feel like Elle said exactly how I'm gonna say it.
You're gonna do a better fit.
Other people are gonna be in your situation, right?
Okay.
They're not going to be so like, well, whatever, I'll just ask her. Yeah. They're going to be like, oh, God, what do I do now? That's what I'm trying to say. How would you do it?
I did. Well, no, because it was all together. They were all one friend group. Right. So it was all done together.
Right.
That's why I was like, it's perfect. It's a core friend group. Yes. Like, we're all going to be part of it. I wasn't anticipating one of the girls just being like, fuck you all.
Right, yeah.
And then leaving our friend group all together. Like, it's not even just like... Like, she just left altogether.
Now, let me ask you something. What if, I know that you're saying, like, you know, the other girl is out. What if she's, like, starts crying and stuff? And again, these are things that other girls are going through.
Totally happens.
Like, what if she starts crying and she says to you...
Listen, I'm going to be completely honest. Like, this is just my feelings. Like, if I don't want you there, like, that's when I'm going to regret the pictures. Like, if I feel like you were a burden on my wedding day, that's when I'm going to regret the pictures. Not, like, I don't know. I just...
Like we have to... I know it sounds crazy, but I feel like we have to worry about, as brides, I mean, getting married, like, this year and next year, have to worry about everyone's feelings. But
I'm tired of worrying about everyone else.
But you would think that, like, everyone, like, working in bridal and wedding, you know that, like, we kind of cater to brides. So it's weird to see that, like, in my life, I would cater... Like, if I was in someone's wedding, you can tell me to wear anything, be anywhere. If I'm like accepting to be in the wedding, I'm not gonna be like, I don't know, why are you picking me? Like, I have to think about it. I'm gonna be there. Like, but I feel like the inverse is really what's happening, because we have to, like,
She's gonna be 15 minutes late.
Everyone's feelings, you know, we have to cater to everyone.
I think it also depends on the relationship. Like, if my best friends like asked me to be a replacement, I'd be like, okay. Like,
but I'm not going to them saying, hey, someone dropped out. You want to be part of my bridal party now? I'm saying, like...
Well, at this point, you should, because we want the drama.
But also, too, like, you posted, like, your whole bachelorette thing and stuff, like, asking them to be, like,
Did
your
she follow
bridesmaids.
you, like, on social media and stuff?
Yeah. But, so, okay. Also, this is, like, someone who genuinely doesn't care. She's like me. Okay. So, like, I guess if you're dealing with someone very sensitive, but we're not like that. Yeah. So, like...
You're not, but other people might be in a situation where this conversation is giving them advice as to what to do. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, to be like, well, what do I do? I think
no matter what, I mean, just be kind. I'm not going to her and being like, listen, some bitch dropped out, you're in.
Of course.
Like,
of course.
You're going to be like,
still. And, like, every situation has to be navigated differently. But for me, in this situation, I don't think I, like, owe her an explanation or anything.
So you're, like, firm on kicking out the other girl?
At this point, I mean, she's proven time and time again that she hasn't been a friend to me. So that's where I'm going to regret my pictures is when, why would I have her there if you only caused hell in my life ever since I got engaged. The day I got engaged, she was hysterically crying.
Wait.
Yeah, like...
I remember that. You telling me that.
And I didn't find that out until after I asked her.
Everyone's going to make...
Was she feeling... What, that was from her feeling, that she wasn't, like, where she should be, or she was upset?
It was her personal, like, where she wanted to be...
With her person. That's crazy.
So then, like, I have nothing to do with your relationship.
Also, you can celebrate me and be sad for you at another time.
Or, like, you don't even have to celebrate me. Just, like, I don't want to hear that, like, the happiest day of my life caused you so much trauma.
That's so crazy.
Like, why does that have any effect on you?
That's so insane.
I don't know.
Because, can I be honest? Some people are just happy to be miserable.
Yeah, it's true.
It's just a fact. They don't, it's not that they don't, it's not, I don't necessarily know if it's that she doesn't want to see you happy. It's just that maybe she's not happy and she can't see that you are happy. Like she just, it's too much for her.
Listen, I get it, and I've put myself in that position.
It's not an excuse.
No, I know.
She shouldn't be like that. I've had my fair share of people doing that shit too.
Because that was the excuse for so long, and I'm finally at the point where I'm like, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done with it. Like there has to be a point where you're just like, I'm not going to continue that cycle. Like I have to break the cycle.
Because then nothing good happen in any of your lives that, like, if it's not happening to her.
Yeah.
Like childbirth, anything else. Like marriage.
She already has kids. That's what the crazy thing is. Like she lives with him. They have kids.
Oh, they're right. They're just not.
They're just not engaged in getting married.
She wants to. She wants to have tons of bills and spend. Buy.
I know
weddings are expensive. It's not the most.
Just kidding. It really is. Like I'm very happy
love.
Married.
So at the end of the day,
it's not like she's
really isn't that what it's all about.
Yeah, I'm thinking she's like
exactly.
single and like
I think people lose sight of their so. I did a little video the other day in my car about this after that day when that girl like wrecked me emotionally.
Oh, you made a video about it?
Yeah, but I never posted it because I was like really upset about it. I think people lose sight of what's important.
I think
and
so
I think
too.
that as using this as an example, she has beautiful kids. She's with the person that she loves, and I think that people lose sight of what's like just prioritizing things.
Mm-hmm.
Like you getting married. How does that have anything to do with her?
Yeah.
Nothing. It has nothing to do with her.
I guarantee
it's people put things, just too much emphasis on things and worry about what other people are doing instead of looking inwards and seeing themselves and realizing that that's important. Like with that bothered me. That girl had said that I've ruined her experience. I've ruined her experience. The experience is getting married to the love of your life. Yeah. Man, woman, animal, whatever it is. Whatever suits you. That is the experience. That's where it comes from. I think that people lose sight of all the other stuff. The other stuff can be fixed.
True.
Yeah. The other stuff can be, it doesn't matter.
Not everything's going to be seamless and perfect.
Yeah. No, nothing's ever going to be perfect.
Like, you think I wanted this? You think I wanted this drama with my friends?
Nothing is going to be perfect.
Shit happens. But at the end of the day, that's why I'm so, like, I don't care what happens, because I've seen it too much. I'm in the industry enough to be like, none of this matters. None of this matters.
Do you know how many,
the dress doesn't matter. The venue doesn't matter. Nothing matters besides me and Justin.
That you love, that you want to be with for the rest of your life. That is what matters. That you're gonna, even if you're sharing it with your core group of friends, you're sharing it with 200 of your closest relatives. Who the heck knows? That whatever. That's the most important thing. That you're.
And
with
I think
the
if you
person
lose
love,
sight of that down the line, you're gonna be like, wow, I've really like what was even all of that for then? What was it for?
Because it doesn't, it's really funny because like thinking back over the course of like me and Paul, it'll be 19 years in October that we've been together, and it's so many things have happened, and we didn't get married till 2019. But I'm just thinking, so many people are not with us anymore. Like close relatives. We've lost so many people. We're raising our nieces. Like it's just these crazy things in life. People don't realize this stuff happens, and you're worried about. I don't even know things. Things. We're worried about stuff. These are people. Yeah. Like it's just I don't know.
Yeah.
No, it's
that
true.
chick wrecked me. Wrecked me. True. I went home and I was just like, I'm not going to work ever again. It's like, I am done. I am done. I am done. Rough. I am done.
Yeah, that was definitely like a horror story, a nightmare living.
No one's ever said that. No one's ever said anything. With that girl, no one has ever said anything like that. And that really, she blew my mind. Because everything that we've built is based on helping everybody else.
Yeah.
I think.
So I'm like... I don't even know. Like, I was like, do you know how many girls are just like, shit, it's a week before my wedding and I'm still getting stuff. And
I also think that it hurt especially more because none of it was in your control. It was all everything out of your control, and you did everything to help. Everything. You calling like the factories every single day. Every single day I watched it.
It was crazy. It was crazy. That she was another one pegged to my wall.
And then
do it.
Every single day.
How many designers have we dropped because they've done this to other girls? And I'm just like, this is unacceptable. You're delivering late. I get it. This is like what's happening, but there's so many like things that are out of our control, and we're the ones that are taking the slack for it. But no one has, for the most part, I will say, all the brides understand what's happening. So when these circumstances do happen, yes, I get that you're pissed off. I totally get it. I'm pissed off. Like, I'm pissed off that I even have to deal. There's so many things that I have to do in a day. This is not one of them that I want to have to deal with.
Exactly.
So, it's so funny.
Well, this isn't what you signed up for when opening a business.
Oh, 100% no. But again, it is because you sign up for customer service problems and all that stuff. But something like that wasn't. And we're a small business, and I can't hide. So it's like, and it's me. Like it's my name. It's me on everything, and that, it's just when she said that, I was like, I'm done. I can't. I couldn't even stand there anymore. I was like, only 2 people have made me like get like that since I've opened 4 years ago. 2 brides, and the other one was the one that came in talking about how her niece, like the mom had passed away and stuff like that, and she was yelling at me. And I was just like, and she didn't know that my sister-in-law had just passed away. Not even, God. It was like a year and a half, right? Yeah. A year later, not even. And I was just like, remember they were so nasty. And I was just like,
was this when Sarah passed?
No, this was before. Okay. This was the other,
because you had something going on too.
Yeah, I don't know. This was before that. This was after Nancy.
And it was addressed the same similar situation?
No,
like
they just
different and angry.
They didn't want to, we couldn't have them all go back at the same time.
Oh.
And she just started saying how the girl didn't have a mom, and she said it was her nieces, and I got extremely emotional because I just lost my sister-in-law, and I'm raising my nieces. And I was just like, I just couldn't, I like couldn't handle what she was saying to me, and she's yelling at me, and I'm just like,
but that's so
but
terrible.
The thing is that you're yelling at someone for something that they have no control over, so you don't even know if, like, you don't know what the other person's
going through
themselves.
That exact
so you're
situation.
Yelling at me because you can't go in the back to sit by the seamstress.
But really, though, I'm having the same experience
right. And I'm
as
not
you.
saying I'm going dress shopping with my nieces to get like their 8th grade dances and stuff, like dresses, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, but I'm not yelling at the girls at the stores being like, well, my niece's mother passed away, like that. I would never use that. I was like, I was mortified, and she just wrecked me. She wrecked me emotionally. And I remember I didn't come out of the office for like almost 2 hours. I couldn't. I was just sobbing, and I was like, I can't do this anymore.
I cried completely different. I cried because I felt bad for making the girl feel bad yesterday at the lash place. Because she was new and I felt so bad.
Right, yeah.
I felt so bad that she was like on the spot, so I don't even know how.
It scares me to
someone
death
comes
when people
in yelling
don't
at
see
you,
the other side of it.
Yelling at you guys, like you really don't know what's going on in like any of your lives.
You never know what's going on in someone else's life. It could have been a bonding moment,
like, oh my God, I'm going to be doing this with my nieces instead. You came yelling.
Yeah, and it wasn't. It just. Those were the only 2 times that I had to step away.
Hindsight, isn't that the part that's like ruining your experience? Like you yelling at other people, like you're like your own.
Yeah.
Well, you're like your own worst enemy at that point, because it's like you're yelling at the girl, you're yelling at me,
who's doing nothing but trying to help you.
Yes.
Right, exactly. But you know what? I guess in the moment, people don't realize what they're saying sometimes, and they don't realize that the other people that they're yelling at are real people. Again, this isn't targeted.
My family is that type. My family is that type that's gonna yell and try to get anything free from everyone.
I'm not into that.
I'm not either. It's so embarrassing. It's so embarrassing.
Yes,
but I come from a family like that, so I witness it all the time, and it's just like, please stop. I get so embarrassed I have to leave.
Tip them bigger, even if they suck. I'm like, I mean, listen, we've had some people that I'm just like, whatever. But like even nail places, hair salons, whatever it is, I'm like, you know what? They're working, give them a tip.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just, like, be nice to them, say thank you, say please, no problem. You're running a little bit late. That's okay. I mean, listen, we're all human. You're gonna get annoyed, but I don't know. That girl just. I don't even.
But then the success stories, right, make it worth it. Like, right, when you
it
feel
does,
like,
but it overshadows it
yes,
because then when I went home, like that whole weekend, it was on my mind, and I couldn't.
I couldn't sleep.
So now, like, I'm going outside to like be with other. I'm going outside like to like walk the store, and I'm just like. I'm like, what's next? Like,
who wearing it?
Right. Like, now the next people that come in that I know have delays or are waiting for their dresses or on top of things, like, I'm trying, like, you're a little bit more like, how do I deal with this? Like, I don't want anyone to ever tell me that I've ruined their experience. Of course not.
Yeah.
That's horrible. It's their wedding.
Yeah.
But again, it made me think, wow, maybe my life's not so bad, because when I think of marrying Paul, it was great. I got to have a wedding and stuff like that. But there was some serious shit that went on at my wedding. Yeah. But I wasn't like, I was just, all right, I married.
Well, also too, before your wedding, like you lost Nancy like 2 months before.
Yes, and that it was literally a month and a half before the wedding.
Yeah,
and just under 2 months. Mm-hmm. And that's when my sister-in-law passed away. And we were like, we should just call off the wedding at this point. And then, my brother-in-law was like, no, please don't. We all kind of need this. And, like you've been planning. And, I was just like, I didn't know what to do. And I guess, I thought of that too. I'm like, I lost my sister-in-law 2 months before my wedding. And that's what you're worried about? Like, it's here. Yeah. Like, everything's good. Like, there's nothing to stress about. And you know what? I don't know. I really, she can, whatever. I guess she can feel. She's allowed to feel how she wants to feel. It just, I don't know. Saying that you've ruined someone's experience was just too much for me.
That's a lot for anyone.
Yeah. It was a lot. It was a lot to take, and I'm human. I'm a person. I'm not corporate. Yeah. And I'm not just a customer service rep that just goes home at the end of the day and was like, I don't really give a shit what they say. I don't run. It's not my business.
Yeah. You made the store like experiential, like not just the plus sizes, but the girls, like we talked about, like we're so good with them. We know how to tell us how to speak to them, and we're all like make sure that moment's perfect, like the experience of buying a dress.
Everything's about customer service. I'm very strong with that. Everything's about customer service. So, and I tell the girls, even things come in late, don't stress. Let us stress. Yeah. Let us worry about it. You don't have to stress. If things come in late, we will take care of it. We will get it done. I will get your alterations. The one girl, I will get you a hotel. You will stay overnight. I rented this girl a hotel room because I'm like,
the nicest, mind you. Like,
shabby. I got her snacks. Nice. I don't know. We don't know. She didn't stay there yet. But I'm just saying, hopefully it's everything you paid for. But I was just like, I knew that there was an issue, and I was like, oh God, how are we going to do this? Yes. And she wasn't from here, and that was the reason why I had to get the hotel, because I was like, I don't know if you'll find a seamstress to get this done someplace else. I will pay for you for a hotel. I will have my seamstress do it for you. Tatiana literally bent over backwards and was like, my girls will come in at 5 o'clock in the morning and we will get this girl's dress done. But that's the thing.
Amazing.
Get it done.
Yeah.
Get it done. You will not walk down your aisle, and I will not leave you with not a dress.
Yeah. In the wise words of Tim Gunn.
Make it work. I was like, I forgot. I say it all. Make it work. Make it work. That's the most important thing.
Love that.
Yeah.
I mean,
just have to make it. We will figure it out.
At the end of the day, you're gonna make it work.
Wait, did we tell the story? Remember the girl that this hanger fell? Did we tell that story on here?
I don't know.
Okay, quickly. There was a girl, came in, bought off the rack. She bought like a $500 gown. Okay. It was at the old store. Hanger, I wonder if this girl even follows us on Instagram anymore. I can't even remember her name. Okay. Me and you were looking for the dress. She remembers.
Oh my God.
Dress goes in the stock room.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it wasn't in the stock room.
No, but it was in the closet. But we had a little stock room. We had another closet, and then we had other dresses outside.
Much we were busting out the seams.
We were busting out. Okay. Everything was like packed in like a sardines in there. You couldn't even move dresses. Okay. Fast forward. Hanger breaks. We don't know the hanger breaks. Dress falls behind.
Oh my God.
So we don't see the dress.
Yeah.
The girl comes in to do her pickup. Me and Andrea go, she comes back, I can't find the dress. I'm like, that's impossible. No one's come and picked up her dress. Like, unless she took it. Yeah. Like, we can't lose a dress. Like, it comes from you into the stock room. Okay. Girl is standing outside. Me and Andrea are literally in the closet like, what do we do? I don't know. We can't find this girl's dress. We're pulling every single gown. Pulling gowns. We're opening dresses, every single one. I was like, I don't know what to do. I'm like, I have to go outside and tell this girl I don't have a dress.
God.
Now it's like, maybe like 3 months before her wedding. I'm like, I don't know what to do. My face is red. I'm like, I'm like a beat. I'm like, I don't want to cry. Like, how do I explain this girl? I go outside. I tell her calmly. I'm like, listen. I'm like, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I'm like, I've never had this happen before. I was like, we can't find your dress. I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, it has to be missing here. I'm like, but it's missing. I don't know if it accidentally went on the floor. Right. I have to tell you, the girl was just like, she didn't yell. She didn't scream. She was just like, I think she was kind of like a little in shock. I was like, you didn't take it. She was like, no. And I was like, I don't even know how this happens. Nobody goes in there.
Right.
So we are like, we have to start pulling every dress out. I tell the girl, I'm like, listen to me. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, I know you bought this dress on clearance. I was like, it was $500. I'm like, go through my store. Any dress that you see on the rack, I don't care how much money it is. Oh my God. Pull that you can have it. Yeah. I'm like, I know it is a sample. She bought a sample before, so it didn't make a difference. Yeah. But I was like, any dress, I don't care if it's $3,000, whatever it is, you can pull this gown. She pulls this beautiful essence. We just got it in. It's this huge.
It was $2,400.
No, it was like $2,800. It was so expensive. And I was like, of course you pulled that dress. But whatever. So she puts the dress on. Andrea's pulling out the dresses. Guess what we find?
Finds the dress.
This girl already fell in love now with the essence dress. She's like, I love this, blah, blah. And now I'm like, what do I do? So I said to the girl, I'm like, listen, I'm like, we found the dress.
Yeah.
I was like, it's up to you. This was your first. I explained to her what happened. The hanger broke. We were kind of all like laughing a little bit about it because it was like the craziest thing. And I was like, pick which one you want. And then she was like,
so nice
I picked the Essence. And she picked the Essence.
But, like, she had a really sweet story because, like, her mom passed away and she didn't have the money for, like, an actual, like, wedding dress.
Oh, my God. Wait, I have a cliche of the day.
Oh, God.
Everything happens for a reason.
It's true. And her friend said something along the lines of, so much stuff has happened to you, you deserve this. And I was just like, you know what? And those are the girls that make it worth it. The other, I'm like, listen, you're going to always fight with people, but there's always going to be, like, those girls that, like, hopefully it made her.
I literally remember that because no one could find that dress.
Oh my God. We opened every bag.
Yeah.
We had to physically take them off.
That's so crazy. Maybe. And like when you like found it, was it just like like on the floor, like sitting
so you know how all
on
the dresses
itself?
are like this? It just slid down.
It was just like sitting in
between.
between.
So it was like in between like two dresses, but because everything was so packed,
tight,
you didn't see it until we started taking every single dress out.
Oh my God.
But you know what though? It was great. She looked beautiful in the dress, and that was it. And
she was happy.
I don't care. And she was happy, and it was fun.
That's crazy that you're just like, you know what? Take this dress, and any dress, and then you would do that for anybody.
Right. That's the whole thing. Like, you know, it just, I mean, honestly, this girl could have flipped out.
Yeah.
This could have went in a very bad direction. Yeah. And she was just like, I don't know what to do. Like, I was very honest with her. I was like, I've never had this happen. I don't even know how it would happen. Like, you know, you saw us, but you know, we bag it. It goes in and I don't know.
But isn't that the difference between like a small business and a big corporation? Like,
because a big corporation they'd be like, oh, sorry,
pick a new like we don't know what to do for you.
Well,
like,
so that's like like the D word. They've ordered girls the wrong dress before, and then and then the girls are like, this isn't my dress, and they're like, we can't do anything about it. Like, there are so many girls that come from that store in here and say that.
Yep.
Well, that's crazy. How could you not do anything about it?
Yeah.
They just leave them?
That was Gianna's.
They're just like, sorry?
There's so many people. There's so many people that go there that you're just one other person.
Sure.
It's not.
You're just a number. That's really
exactly.
It's the same thing.
Whereas when you come in here, you genuinely care about somebody's wedding. You want it to go very well. You want them to associate their dress shopping experience as something magical. Mm-hmm. So when someone turns around and says, you ruined it for me,
it's like,
it hurts you so much. Whereas the D word would be like,
okay, yeah.
Like, get out of our store. There's a million others of you.
People that work there wouldn't necessarily want to be like that.
No.
Their name's not on it, so they don't care.
Exactly.
Corporate's just like, whatever. They don't need to. I don't need to deal with these people.
But there's no pull that they have.
Right.
They have no pull.
They have to follow policies and stuff like that.
Exactly.
And we do have policies set in place here, but I'm not going to leave. And I tell this to all the girls. People are like, what happens if you go out of business? I was like, do you think, what are you not going to find me on Facebook and Instagram? Like, I do have news day. I know.
Pet store and Curinne.
I know, exactly. I'm like, where am I going? Like, honest to God. Like, I'm going to have to stay until everything's gone anyway. So your dress is going to come in. It's paid for. So, you know, and I don't want to go out of business. Stop saying that.
I know.
Jesus, stop asking me that question. It's so freaking weird.
Give this podcast a like and leave a comment just to support ourselves.
Yeah, really. Can you freaking do that for us?
Leave us a good review and that'd be like the best.
We need some comments and stuff. I'll take a thumbs up.
Yeah, thumbs up
or
on
a happy
Spotify.
face.
Yeah.
Even.
I love hearts.
I think you can leave a good review on Spotify, which helps tremendously.
It does help. Yeah. I mean, you need people to like interact and engage. So why are you pointing at her?
She can leave a review.
Oh, I'll do it. If you're an old bride and you're an old bride, if you're an old maid and you watch this, we should play old maid. All right. Anyway,
you're gonna watch the tournament.
If you watch our podcast and you were a bride and you had a good experience,
great.
I hope it was.
We actually have a special guest coming on.
Oh, that's right. We have a bride coming on.
Yeah.
And then
that's so exciting.
That's very exciting.
Yeah. And our event, this will air right before our event, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the day before.
Yeah. So if you're watching and you're looking for an amazing dress at a really good deal, then you need to come to our sale, which should be
our
very
sample
soon
sale.
right after this. Check our Instagram.
Yeah.
It's going to be the day after this goes. A lot of
There's a lot going on in this podcast, but a lot of good stuff. A lot of controversial things. Good.
Well, I think it's good to talk about that because, like, it's so hard to know, like, am I doing the right thing throughout wedding planning?
It is.
And there's so much pressure on you to, like, make everyone happy. And, like,
it's good that you can get different opinions from someone that has done it and been there and did it, and someone that hasn't been there and just gets the whole thing. And then you two are planning it. So it's like you're in the... Well, you're almost done. You have a good... You might have more drama. You still have a year
I'm going to. I mean, how do you not have more drama? Like, it's just the way of the world. Especially wedding planning.
Yes.
Yeah. Drama's bound to happen. But I think it's about how you react to it. Like, just don't let it internally, like, let you crack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's about me and Justin, so...
Exactly.
Whatever else happens.
That's the point. It's about you and Justin. Don't worry about anything else.
Yeah.
Everything will be
That's
good.
why I'm like, everyone else can sort out their own stuff. But
exactly.
I just have to,
Yeah. All right. And on that note, we will see you next time.
On Brides, Booze, and Boobs.
Brides, Booze, and Boobs.
See ya.